Today I am going to be showing you and talking about my Polaroids that I purchased. And I have shown these off on my Instagram. I have briefly kind of shown them in my 350 subscriber video, but I never actually made a video, which I wanted to do, so I'm doing that now. So I don't know how to edit, so I just put a sticker on top of the top loader. So that way you guys kind of can't necessarily steal the pictures. So there are better pictures on my Instagram where I just wrote my username and just put it all over it, and it's kind of transparent so you can see the actual photo, but it's not, obstructing the view. You just can't replicate it and try to sell it, which a lot of people do with Polaroids. So yeah. So I got these. If you don't know, these, since I covered her face, these are Polaroids of Yeonwoo from Momoland. And I actually got these off of eBay. And I just saw them and I figured, you know what, I probably will not get a chance to get them again since at this point Yeonwoo had just left the group. So I figured, you know what, let's just buy them because I'm going to need them. Well, not I'm going to need them, but just if I want them, this is going to be the time. So this is kind of the first one. Is beautiful, and she is signed, both of them. Wrote little messages. And by the way, the sticker is on the top loader, not the actual Polaroid. Obviously, I am not dumb. So there it is. And then this one here, a lot more writing on it. This one actually has a little dent. You can see it on the back, that little bubble there. That is actually a dent in the thing. But on the actual, Polaroid, I think it's covered by the sticker, but it doesn't really look... Okay, there we go. Now you can see it. It is right there. That little dent right there. You can kind of sort of see it. So it's not super noticeable, in person. Especially because it's in the background, so there's nothing important in the photo actually got ruined. So I don't personally care too much about it. It's honestly way more noticeable on the back of the Polaroid, which who's ever looking there. So honestly, I don't mind it. And this one was discounted, which is the only reason I got them both. Because this one was $249. This was $149, something like that. They were expensive. So this is because Yeonwoo is the most popular member. Her stuff is just always way more expensive. So, and Polaroids in general are expensive because they're unique. I am the only one who can ever have these two photos because that's how Polaroids work. So I will say it's definitely, as a collector, Polaroids are kind of a catch-22 because this is kind of where I go into sort of my, is it worth it? What do you guys, advice-y talk? I would say the benefits is it's definitely, they feel like a more personal fan experience because it's a photo that no one has. Polaroids are usually something you take with your friends or your family, or they're from a photo booth. And it's definitely really cool to have them, but and having them signed as well, it's I have something that no one else will ever have. It feels very personal. And I definitely think if there is one available and you have the opportunity, it would definitely be nice to have. They're also, you would put them on display. So it's something nice you kind of get to always see, whereas photo cards are always kind of tucked away in binders. However, they're expensive. The more popular a group is, the more expensive they are. Go on eBay and look up Twice Polaroid and just look at the freaking insane prices on them. And it's because they're in high demand because they're so unique and so few of them exist. And that just goes for any group. and any group that even has Polaroids, because they're usually from events. So that's kind of another part of that personal aspect. Like, I know the really popular Twice collector, Sam. I don't know how to pronounce the full username or even remember what it is, but if you're a once, you probably know who he is. He got a Polaroid from like buying the most albums from like a group order or something he did through M-Wave, and he got like it signed. I don't know if it was signed, but it was of all the members. And it's like that personal experience of like, this is what you did for it. So I definitely think contests or like buying albums. I know Shaul Zanel got an AB6 one from buying albums, so that's definitely, I think, the way to go if you can, because it's going to be way less expensive, is like trying through events and things like that. But if you're trying to just buy one, it's gonna cost some money unless the group is like relatively unknown. Momoland, these were still like cheap on the Polaroid spectrum because Momoland isn't a super popular group. Like, they're well known for like Boom Boom, but there's not a ton of people collecting them, so the price doesn't go that high. Normal Polaroids are a little bit like cheaper for like less popular members, but definitely they're a unique piece. You don't necessarily want to hold yourself to collecting them. If you want to just collect Polaroids, go for it, but it's expensive and it's difficult to do because they're so unique. And the other downside is kind of that they're fragile. Like, I've kept them in these top loaders because I haven't been able to get some UV protectant things. I just finally got them, which the top loaders are UV protectant. I've just kept them out of like any direct sunlight, but they're definitely delicate. You have to take care of them properly. Mine are coming in the mail. They should be here soon, but they're basically just gonna go in there, just kind of like to hold it. That's why I just stuck the stickers on the top loaders, because if I can't get them off, then they'll be moved in a few days. But yeah, overall, are they worth it to get? I would say if you're able to get one for a decent price, Polaroids are amazing, especially if it's like your bias. It's really fun to get, and I also love the little notes written on here. Just, it feels personal. It's a really cool experience to have a Polaroid, but at the same time, if you become so focused on collecting them, you're not going to be able to get anything else because of how costly these are. So I'm happy with these two because of how much I love Yeonwoo, and she's my ultimate bias. But I don't think I would be buying any more Polaroids for anyone else. I think even with like Yuna, who is probably like my next up there, like from a different group aside from Momoland. I mean, a Nyan Polaroid, if it's for a decent price, if I can find one and I'm in the position to, that's like a maybe. But even for Yuna, it's like, I don't know that I would. I don't even know if that well, I know they exist, I think. I don't know. But it's like, all the Itsy ones are just so expensive, and it's like, I don't know that I would buy them. Now, I would definitely try for events for like Twice Polaroids or Itsy Polaroids, or even like Blackpink or Mamamoo, but I don't think I would buy any Polaroids like from here on out for any of the groups, because all the other groups I like, I feel like they'd be too expensive. And with Momoland, I kind of want to focus on collecting other groups, and I also want to focus on collecting like their other albums and just other things. So yeah, personally, I think these are probably going to be the only two Polaroids I own. Obviously never say never, but these are the only ones I really plan on owning at the moment. But yeah, that is my kind of hot take on Polaroids, my experience. It was a pretty good one. I just got them off eBay, shipped them, sold them. There isn't much of a story to it, just that I got them. But I did want to kind of show them off and talk about buying them and the pricing, because a lot of people don't know and they just see people with Polaroids and they want them. So yeah, it definitely feels good to have something that is like unique to you. That's why in the community you like put stickers or watermarks, so one, people can't scam other people, but two, just to protect it from getting replicated. But it's definitely a fun experience, but it's also kind of expensive, and for some people it may be more worth it to use that money towards getting like a bunch of albums instead. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. and I will see you in the next one.